here. Costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make it. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. This time, Jackson will throw it. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he's out right at the 25. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or move.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. The sack by Robert Quinn. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense. Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Prescott looks to throw on first. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone to give them a 2-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. As the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it, and look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down, but when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them, a big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now it's Jackson. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. Again, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Chill. 47.
Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jihad Ward in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? That one complete to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. To throw is Prescott. Caught by Cobb. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Jackson out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. And Jackson throwing once more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Jackson on 1st down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the 1st. He'll run it, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. He's going to touchdown, Ravens.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Again, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Prescott now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. To try again after the sack. Jackson, and now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Here's Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? you make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing now is Carr. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Jacobs now. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of a couple. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's going to air one out. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. To throw is Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first.